to CyberGhost Mac launch event we are hosting today here at our wonderful CyberGhost headquarters. For those of you who do not know yet, CyberGhost is a software that anonymizes your internet connections, offers you privacy and security online. And today we are going to talk with CyberGhost CEO Robert. Welcome, Robert.
Hey, welcome.
Timo, our CTO. And we first of all want to celebrate with you the fact that we've been nominated for Best Security and Privacy Award at the Europas this year. This is an amazing honor for us, and we really hope we are going to win. Secondly, we have to go a bit more serious and discuss about the events that took place 1 year ago when Edward Snowden first discussed with the Guardian and relevated the fact that we are all mass surveilled. We are afterwards going to present our Mac version. Timo is going to do a live demo for us. Afterwards, we are going to take some questions from you, and the best question will be awarded with a lifetime subscription for CyberGhost. And we can start. Oh, let me not forget about the great contest we have. We are going to give 10 free licenses for those of you who buy the premium package, premium plus package from our live event link. Robert, back to you.
Thanks, Julia. And again, welcome to everybody out there. And thank you for the possibility to speak a bit about CyberGhost, CyberGhost VPN, the mission and the history of the company. We started CyberGhost as a product that should unblock content that is not available online because of censorship or internet restrictions. That was the first version of CyberGhost as we started. It was a free proxy crawler that should exactly do this thing to give us access to blocked content. That was a couple of years ago. And that was our mission, and we started with it, and we've been quite successful with it. And then the mission changed somehow as we started to run our first own server and as we became a real VPN provider. And then we thought that the additional service we offered is to protect people's security online against hackers and threats in wireless LANs. And we built up a pretty interesting startup here in Bucharest, together with our German development team around Timo. And we got better and better, and we grow. And then the 5th June 2013 happened, and frankly speaking, for me and I think for everybody, since the 5th of June of 2013, the world is totally different and totally changed, because Edward Snowden leaked together with the Guardian and the Washington Post documents that proved that we all live in a world of mass surveillance. So what people already think in the discussion, or what I always discuss with people, is that they say, yes, Edward Snowden told us all that the internet is surveyed, and that's not really true, because the truth is that they use the internet for mass surveying all of us. So since the 5th of June of 2013, we all know that at the moment we enter the internet, there is no more privacy, that we live in a world of total mass surveillance. Everything we do online is stored and tracked in amazing big data centers in the United States. There are 5 states that built an incredible network of mass surveying the whole digital and the whole life of all of us. Since then, our mission totally changed. We've never thought about it that we have to protect people's privacy in the moment they go online. We thought it's about security and it's about protecting people in wireless LANs. So what we are since the 5th of June of 2013 is a pretty new startup, and we have a pretty interesting business model. We are a company that offers privacy as a service. That's what we do. We are trying to protect people's privacy in the moment they go online, and we are trying to offering this as a service. And thanks to our users, thanks to all of us, of you outside there, we are able to make money with it, we are able to expand, we are able to invest. So what we built it is a product that is paid by its users. So we are dependent to all of you out there who pay us for what we do, and that's a good thing, because one of the big problems we are facing right now, and Edward Snowden was also talking about, is we all deliver the data to the networks that are delivering then the data to the national security agencies. In the moment you don't pay for a product, you all become the product, and this is one of the basic problems in the internet. We are about to change that games because you pay us for what we do, and we are able to expand and grow with that. And this makes us and you very special, and I really hope we can continue the story. If you have a look on the numbers of the last years, we grow up from 2011 from 67 servers we operated up now to 320 servers. So we are running a pretty impressive network of servers out there. By the way, we are close to Wikipedia, who runs 370,000 servers. So we are, if you compare us, we have nearly the size of Wikipedia, which is a pretty known online service. We grew from 2011, we had around 50, 60, 70,000 users every month. Now we have around 350, 400,000 users a month. We are growing constantly. We are producing right now 3.6 petabyte data every month. That's huge, thanks to you. And we have a lot of plans for the future. We will talk about that a bit later. So thanks to all of you to support our mission to be a privacy tool, to be the privacy tool. We really promise you to do our best to be one of the best privacy as a service companies out there. And yeah, back to Julia.
Okay, guys. I think we're ready now to have a look over the Mac app and see how it feels, how fast it connects. Timo, if whenever you're ready, you can share your screen.
Yeah. Hello, guys. So I'm happy to show you what we did with the Mac app. Some of you might already use our Windows app or Android or iOS app, so you pretty much know about the features, but for those who did not yet know anything about our service, I would like to show you how easy it is to install the Mac application, how easy it is to use it, and how you get protected, and what unique security features we build into this app, and which makes our service unique from any other VPN service. So let me share my screen, and first of all, what you should know is, of course, the URL of our homepage, which is www.cyberghostvpn.com. If your browser did not already select the right language and country for you, just do it manually. In this case, I've selected United States. And yeah, click the download button. The download will automatically, as you can see on my screen, just a few megabytes in size. There is no installation required for starting the app. Just you see the download is already finished. You just launch it. I already launched it, and as you can see, the first time you start CyberGhost, it will automatically connect to a server. In this case, I've selected a country in Germany, but also feel free to choose automatic country selection. It will prefer servers which are available in your country, as long as there are free slots available, or if the bandwidth consumed on the server is not too high. But if you want to have more control over which country you need a VPN connection to, just click on it, select from one of our available countries, and additionally, you might select IP address or a special server from that country. Usually, our load balancing system tries to deliver a server which is a good combination between available bandwidth on this server and anonymity. So there are sometimes questions if it would make sense to always route users to a server which is not highly populated. You know, if you have your own server, it would mean that you would also have your own IP address. it is some kind of protection. But if you share an IP address with, let's say, 50 or at least 10 people, you are even more anonymized, because it means that if somebody tries to find out, okay, who is a potential user who visited a website, it means there are 10 or 50 or even, depending on what server you choose, 100 of potential users which are currently connected to this server. So that is, at the end, your decision. We select the server which gives you a good ratio between speed and anonymity. After you make your selection, it's pretty easy. Just click on this power button. As you can see, I'm already connected to a server in Germany. I connected right before we start this Hangout event, because usually it would disconnect all my existing connections. That is one of our unique security features, which we call Secure Connect. This is the firewall feature which will force all existing applications currently running on your PC to terminate an existing internet connection and re-establish this connection through our tunnel. That makes sure that you are absolutely protected and that there is no leak, no IP leak from any application. Another security feature which I would like to show you now that I'm connected is our DNS leak protection. Some of you might already have heard about what a DNS leak is. So, and usually, for example, currently our Turkish users are affected by this problem in Turkey. What is a DNS server? A DNS server is pretty much just like a big table. If you enter a URL in your browser, this URL gets translated into an IP address, and that is what a DNS server does. And what did they do in Turkey? They just edited the DNS server, and if you, for example, try to reach YouTube, what they do is they do not deliver the YouTube IP address, but an IP address which is either invalid or which routes you to a website like this service is blocked in your country. So it's a fundamental principle of a VPN service is that it uses its own DNS servers. And what we do is we have a network of more than 3 high-performance DNS servers, which are used by our service. And as soon as you connect, these DNS servers will be used. And the difference is that there are a lot of VPN services outside which don't really make sure that their DNS servers are used. So it might happen under some circumstances that not only their DNS servers are used, but additionally your original ISP DNS. So that is somehow something like 50% anonymity. And if you, for example, know this website, dnsleaktest.com, you can test yourself if any other DNS server is used besides the CyberGhost DNS servers. So in this case, for example, I'm connected to Germany, and you see, yes, okay, this is our partner provider, KeyWeb, but as you can see, the host name, this is one of our DNS servers. So there is no DNS leak. And for those who really want to see if the anonymization is working, yes, it is. You see, the IP address here fits to the IP address which is detected by whoer.net, and yeah, some interesting stuff there. Okay, so we have some additional nice features which are hidden in our settings dialog. Just click it here. For example, it makes sense that you use CyberGhost as much as you can, and so it makes sense that you enable maybe the feature to start CyberGhost on system startup and let it automatically establish a connection. We heavily depend on your feedback for our service, and especially for this fresh app like the Mac app. It's really stable, and we got a lot of good feedback about it. But you know, there are always things we should improve or might improve. And if you would like to join our beta testing program, just enable this checkbox so that you will receive beta updates, and give us some small feedback on our board, which is I show you community.cyberghostvpn.com. There is an English and a German, because that are our majority user groups there. An English board, so if you have any problems or suggestions with the Mac app or anything else, feel free to reach us there. Most times you can get in contact with our developers there, and yeah, so. Secondly, we have some options which are also pretty unique, and I already read a question which is related to a feature. Some internet service providers might block a so-called UDP protocol. The UDP protocol is used for establishing the VPN tunnel with OpenVPN. But if this protocol is blocked by your internet service provider or throttled so that you don't reach full speed bandwidth, or they block a port which might be used by CyberGhost, then it could make sense to try these two options here, which means that instead of the default UDP protocol, CyberGhost will try the TCP protocol, and it will select a random port. So not a fixed port, but a random port. We have a list of ports there, so this makes it much more difficult for governments, internet service providers, and so on to block our service. Yeah. So there was a question you already read. Hey, I can't access my local network while I'm connected to CyberGhost. Okay, this question was related to the Android app, but the same might happen if you use our Mac app. Usually, if you are connected, at least for the Windows and Mac app, you are allowed to access your local network. That's not a problem. The problem is with our DNS servers. So if you, for example, have your own local DNS servers running in your company or whatever, or you have a wireless network printer, in this, it might be necessary for you to allow using your local DNS server instead of ours. To allow this, you can enable this option here. And if you want to avoid any application to communicate with your local network, then enable this option here. I know that these options are not yet, do not yet exist on the Android app, and you know that the Android is pretty fresh, like the Mac application. So there is potential for improvements, and I'm sure we'll do something about it within the next weeks. Yeah. Regarding account, there's not too much to say about it. You see that if you're currently logged in, I will tell you later about the difference between our free service and being logged in, and how you can activate your license and so on. But let's go on here. Exceptions. Some users might have a need for special URLs or IP addresses not being anonymized through our service. In this case, you add these URLs or IP addresses into a list of exceptions. And as we are not able to allow sending emails through our service, we have to block per default the SMTP ports for sending emails. To be able to send emails while connected to CyberGhost, you have to add your SMTP servers to the exception list. This is pretty much very easy here, because you just need to hit this button here, and CyberGhost will automatically read your SMTP settings from mail or from the most important mail programs, and will add it into this exception list here. Okay, so as I already said, I would like to tell you something about our accounts and free service. If I log out from this service, I would get disconnected, so I will just explain you what happens. Our free service is basically exactly the same like our premium service when it comes to security and features. So if you can download our Mac, Android, and Windows app for free, you can use it. There is no time restriction, but you're restricted in the number of countries and available servers. Which means that in peak hours it might be that you will not get a free slot on, let's say, US server, because our German and US servers are very popular. It might be that on a Saturday evening you might not get a free slot on it. So this is why we recommend upgrading to our premium service, and which gives you access to, like you see here, more than 320 servers. and more than 20 countries, so that makes really sense to operate and of course support us. But there is no difference in kind of encryption. For example, there is a lot of people are asking us if the free service is secure. We use the same AES 256-bit encryption for the free and for the premium service. And if you ask me if this kind of encryption is secure enough for being protected against the NSA, I mean, what should I say to this question? Yeah, the most important professionals when it comes to cryptography think that 256-bit is still so secure that even the NSA is not able to break it. So it doesn't make sense if I tell you something about this. My personal opinion is no, they can't break 256-bit encryption. But it's something. The question is always how much money do they want to spend in order to break your encryption, and that is the question. So there's always the question: is 100% security and privacy possible? And I can say no, it isn't. And if somebody tells you it is, this is wrong. What we can do is we can make it as hard as possible for somebody to track what you're doing, to hack you in a wireless hotspot, for example, so that the one who wants to attack you has to spend a lot of time and money to break through your protection. So maybe he then selects somebody else to attack. And although by just installing CyberGhost in our app, this is not how you can protect yourself by 100%. You have to change the whole behavior, how you use the internet. So it doesn't make sense to connect with CyberGhost and then go to Facebook and post all your photos to everybody. So you, of course, also have to change the way how you serve the web, how you use websites. You should also make use of additional mechanisms to protect your security, like always trying to use encrypted websites, HTTPS websites. Using the browser built-in privacy features makes really sense, and that is something which you can do additionally with our Mac app. So the free service, same security, but restricted in number of countries and servers. Also in the number of devices, because if you are a Premium Plus user, you are allowed to use your account, which is in my case CG file. You are allowed to use this account credentials on up to 5 devices. So no, you don't have to purchase the Mac app. It's free. You can download it for free from our homepage. Just enter your username and password, and you will get access to all of these servers. If you have an activation key, you can hit this here and activate the key here. So this is also a possibility to activate an additional device. If you are a premium user, you have access to one. You can use your subscription on one device at a time. So for users which might have a Windows PC and a MacBook or whatever, it really makes sense to upgrade to Premium Plus. And that's the basic difference between our Premium Plus and our promo campaigns like Snowden Edition. The Snowden Edition is restricted to one device and has a limited set of servers. The most important countries are there: Germany, USA, Romania, and additional servers. But the Premium Plus plan really makes sense if you would be protected on your mobile, laptop, and desktop PC. I think that's it so far. I would like to go through the question sections. Maybe you already selected some.
Thank you very much, Timo, for the nice presentation. One of the first questions we received from our users is actually, first of all, a thank you for the support we've given to the Turkish citizen, because there's a really hard situation going on there. And the question goes out to you, Robert. First of all, why did you decide to support Turkey against censorship? What do you think the future of the internet is? And do you think these countries, small countries and developing countries, will continue to have problems with censorship? Okay, Robert for
I'm muted.
okay.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, yeah, we are glad that we could help in that moment, and I think we really made a difference in Turkey back then. So we decided very quick to do something as we got to know that the Turkish government was about to block access to important channels that are built for exchange of knowledge and expression of political or private opinions. We gave away for free some premium accounts, and I think we really we tracked the results, and I think we really made a difference. So and we will always continue doing that as long as our premium users, our paying users, give us the possibilities to do that. So our free service and our promotional serials we spend are at the end paid by the premium users that support us. So that shows again how important it is to purchase the product when you like it. What I think about the future of internet is that after Snowden, so in post-Snowden times, we really see that the Five Eyes alliance, really infiltrated the internet in a very, very strong way. So they infiltrated not only the internet, they infiltrated routers, they infiltrated firewalls to make the whole internet a surveillance tool to survey us. So they don't survey the internet, they made the internet a weapon against every single one of us. And that's what dictators, this is what non-democratical governments try to make the internet a weapon and turn it into our own, turn it into against their own citizens. For example, in Turkey, the situation to block Twitter is simply, they block a channel that is built for expressing political and private opinions. I mean, look, you can use Twitter to express yourself and your opinion in a political and in a private way. I mean, I can post on Twitter that I don't like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber sucks is a typical tweet. Why would somebody block that? I mean, why would somebody forbid me to do that? I mean, it's simply an opinion, and I want to be able to express it. And we are trying to build a shield that this weapon internet, that this mass surveillance tool internet is no longer something that they can turn against us. So what we try to build is an encryption tool, an internet in between the internet that is able to protect people's privacy and that is able to allow people to express their opinion, to exchange knowledge like it was before. And 1 year after Edward Snowden, I think if you have a look on the political landscape and if you have a look on the situation, the only one who lost his job was Edward Snowden. And the ones who should have lost their jobs are our political leaders in Western Europe, are the political leaders in America, because they are not able and not willing to protect their citizens against mass surveillance and against companies and institutions that build security leaks and use security leaks against them. That's awful. These are the people who should lose their jobs, and not the guy who is now sitting in Russia waiting for another country giving him asylum. That's awful. So the state of surveillance 1 year ago is the same than today. But having a look on our own numbers means we grow, so more and more people are aware of that, more and more people are searching for solutions, and we got better and better and better, and maybe in a few years the situation will be that encryption is indeed the alternative to the existing technology solutions or to the existing technology solutions. We need built-in encryption into hardware, software, services. We are just the first who start that. We are maybe the head of the game, and I think that in a few years they will not have any more a chance to do what they do today.
Okay, there's another cute question from David Beezer. He's asking us where he can get a CyberGhost mascot.
That's good. Greetings to David. We really get a lot of requests from our users that they like the Ghosty and that they like our mascot. And I'm so proud on our graphical department and our marketing and sales team who built these incredible logo. A lot of other companies spend millions of euros for building something like that. We just have it and people love it. I don't know, David. We really should stick our heads together and think about something like that. Maybe soon. I don't know.
Okay, another question, more technical this time. Do we plan to make the auto connect configuration step for iOS?
We already announced this in our board. We know that there is currently an issue with the iOS app that if the iPhone goes into lock screen, that the VPN connection is terminated. That's something which we can't control. That's the default behavior of iOS. But what we can do is that we create a profile which will automatically connect you every time you launch an application which needs internet access. That's something which we can pretty easy implement. The original decision why we didn't do that was that we wanted to give the user control when, if he wants to establish a VPN connection. But now that there are so many requests for this feature, we will for sure implement this feature within the next weeks. Julia, there is one of the most important questions which we answer a lot in our FAQs and boards, and I would like to answer. Do we keep logs? I think I read this question about 100,000 times, and I think we already answered it, but I would like to answer again, no, we don't keep any logs at any time on any server, even not on the US servers or whatever. There are no logs. And we had this Hangout event for the German audience a few hours ago, and what we proposed to them was that we will create a dedicated Hangout event where you can pick a random server, a random IP address, and we will connect to this server through our SSH connection, and we will open our OpenVPN configuration. And if you are familiar with OpenVPN and Linux, you should be able to see that we have not enabled any OpenVPN log, that there are no logs in our log folder, so you can, and so that we can't fake it or whatever. You can select any IP address, any server, and we will show you through a Hangout event that we don't keep any logs. The problem is that, of course, you have to trust us that we don't keep any logs. And I know that there are so many users, maybe some competitors, I don't know, who spread the information around the web that CyberGhost keeps log. I don't know why they do it. Maybe they don't have such a great VPN service. Anyway, we don't keep any logs. We don't want any logs. It does not fit to what we want to do. And also, you know, I mean, if I would have me as a system administrator or one of the responsible persons, if I would have access to logs and information about so many users, I mean, I don't want to have this information, you know. I don't want to have somebody sitting in the night next to my bed with a gun telling me, hey, go to your PC and give me access to the logs because I know that you have them. I don't have them, so I feel more secure, personally. I feel more secure not having these information. I don't want them.
I think I can add something here. I think it's a pretty good idea that we developed a couple of hours ago, that we do a public audit, allow people really to choose a server, do a public hangout, and get some experts in the discussion and show them simply what we do there, and that we don't keep logs. It is very, very important if you build security services like ours or privacy services like ours that there are no logs and that there is no backdoor. I mean, the point is right now, that's what the big five eyes are doing. This is what the Secret Service are doing. They take a technology like encryption and make it weak on purpose by building a backdoor. This is stupid because they put us all in danger. If somebody uses a VPN, he wants to be secure. He wants to secure his internet connections for so many good reasons. And it would make a perfect technology absolute secure, unsecure, absolute weak when we would keep logs and when we would keep a backdoor, or if we would hold it backdoors. That's why we don't do it. And we have these official announcement that we would allow non-government organizations to see our source code or to survey our source code, to have a look in our source code. And now we add the offer to have very soon a hangout where we show people that we don't keep logs. Very good idea.
Okay, a new question is, do we accept Bitcoins? I think we've had this question before, and we have a good announcement right now to make. We do accept Bitcoins. Since a month you can pay through our website just using Bitcoins. As you know, it's a completely 100% anonymous way of payment. Okay, Timo, can you take over some questions from the Hangout?
Yes, of course. I would like to show you that how we offer it. For all of you who did not already make use of our awesome Snowden campaign, which we currently have, it's limited. So this campaign is ending tomorrow. Yeah. And so if you do not already have a premium subscription, get it now. It's really an awesome offer. If you want to pay with Bitcoin, here you find this small additional link, and it will lead you to our payment system. And yeah, okay. So next questions. Oh, there are so many. Some questions regarding our upgrade policy, how to upgrade from Premium to Premium Plus. Just purchase an additional Premium Plus key and enter it. Your remaining subscription time from your existing subscription will get added to your Premium Plus subscription in a ratio between the difference of the price. So for every 2 remaining days of your Premium subscription, you get 1 additional Premium Plus day. So it's possible to upgrade at any time.
I think some of our users were asking if they are already premium, if they can use the Mac version. And of course you can use the Mac version if you have a Premium Plus, so you can connect with another device. Or if you have a premium subscription, you have to reset your devices in My Account. So there is no need to purchase a new CyberGhost subscription to use the Mac version.
Okay, then there was a question how we prepare for increasing our US server park. It's very difficult in the USA to get a reliable server provider because most of them don't really want this high amount of traffic which we produce, and also we have for sure DMCA issues, and that's why we were forced to disable torrent traffic on the US servers. Some of you might already have seen this message if you try to connect to a US server. All other countries are not affected by this restriction, but for the USA, if we would allow this torrent traffic, all the data center providers and all the partners we have there would cancel our contract. So we are constantly, every day, there are people all the day just busy with finding additional locations and servers. But to answer an additional question, how do we make sure that these servers are secure? That's the point. You can't simply go out there and just take the first and best server provider you get. We have to check, do they offer a security policy? Do they have some certificates that make sure they follow even our security rules, which we want them? And all these things are very difficult. So yes, we are constantly trying to increase the server park, and you will always, as a Premium and Premium Plus user, you will always get all new servers automatically in your plan. You don't need to make an extra payment to get these servers. And the question was, how secure are these servers from how secure will your service be from snooping? Yeah, that's what I said. We have installed rootkit detectors, which should make sure that there even is no administrator of the data center able to modify anything on the servers. And I think that's something which is very up to date. Robert, maybe you would like to tell users something about this issue.
Yes, I would like to add something. We always discuss this question internally. I mean, that's one of the most discussed questions here at CyberGhost. And as Timo said, we solve that with a bunch of compliance rules, with a bunch of technical things we don't want to talk too much about. So, but it is a challenge. We call it control over the last mile. So the data centers, our proxies, are the so-called last mile in our technology, and we want to gain more and more control about that, or over that last mile. And we decided simply now to run our own data centers. So I think we will be then the first VPN provider worldwide that starts to roll out own data center for several reasons. If we have physical control over our own proxies, we can guarantee a higher level of security. We can roll out faster proxies in countries we want to roll out them. We are compliant with what we want, and the data centers out there are not really built to run proxies. So we need other technical infrastructure than they can offer us on a long run. Right now we are running more than 300 proxies. We will run a lot more in future. We have to scale this whole thing. We have to bring it to another level, and we want to run our own data center. We are preparing that, and we want to ask our community to support us with that. So we want to run an own crowdfunding campaign for the first spy-free proxy in 1 or 2 weeks. So I hope our community will spread the word and support us to install the first spy-free proxy in an own data center that we control to 100%.
That's really great. Yeah.
There's a very interesting question, how we compare against Tor. I'm a heavy Tor user, so how can your product be better suited for my needs? Tor is free, so how do you think that yours is better than Tor? Did you ever really use Tor? I mean, Tor is great, but did you ever really use it? Did you try to stream a video through it? I was never able to get at least a few 100 kilobyte or so. So the problem with Tor is the idea is great. I really like this project and what's behind it. Also, the technical issue with Tor is great, but the problem is, for me, it was never really usable.
There's also a security problem with Tor because they do not control their servers.
Exactly. Who controls the exit nodes? I mean, we are a company. You can communicate with us. We have compliance rules. We can tell you exactly. We can show you. But how do you know that an exit node of Tor is not from the NSA, for example, a honeypot or whatever? You can't. I mean, there is nobody where you can go to and ask him, hey, can you please share your server configuration or give me some information about you? So the advantage of Tor is, in my opinion, at the same point a disadvantage. They can't really control the whole number of exit nodes. And when it comes to speed, I mean, we are also free. I mean, maybe you did not yet try it, but CyberGhost is free. You can download it for free. There is no time limitation. You will not just have access to all of our servers, and maybe the speed, depending on the number of users on a server, is lower compared to our premium service, but it's free. And even our free service should be more than 3 times faster than the average Tor exit node. So just try it and you will see the difference. I wonder why there are still votes for the question. So Julia, it would be great if you could mark the questions being solved. Do you keep logs still? There are people asking. Maybe they did not start our stream from the beginning. And that's why I would like to say again, no, we don't keep any logs. And as I said, there will be soon a hangout where you can ask us and directly watch us accessing our service through SSH. And we will show you our server configuration live, so you will see that there is no logging enabled at all. So for all of you who will ask this question again, please read through our FAQ
There's another question about the heartbleed bug, which was a really viral discussion a few weeks back. And did we solve it? Can we explain about this?
Yeah, that was a hard job, really. That was a lot of work. We needed to patch all of our servers, the whole infrastructure. We regenerated all our private keys and public keys. So everything is already fixed, and we fixed it within 2 days after we were informed about this issue. So we are safe from Heartbleed.
Mm. Okay, somebody is asking us about the Windows Mobile version.
At the moment, there is no way for Windows Mobile. It lacks support of VPN, but
no, that's not true. It is implemented now.
It is now. Okay, sorry, but I'm not that informed about Windows Mobile. The problem is still that we want to focus and want to do things right for those platforms which affect the most users. And unfortunately, at the moment, the number of Windows Mobile users is compared to Android, iOS, Mac, and Windows very low. So we have to see when we have development resources available to also work on that platform.
I can maybe add at this point something to the discussion. We have, as I said, maybe people can Google once online for the headquarters of the NSA and have a look on this building, and then maybe they can Google they can Google for our headquarters. These guys have around 140,000 square meters of space, a lot of possibilities to do things. We are quite a small company, trying to build a technical solution that protects people no matter where they are online. So it's for sure a good question to ask for Windows Mobile. It's in a lot of countries very popular. I can speak for Romania. It's very popular here, and I know that it's very popular in Sweden, Finland, and countries like that. Yes, we want to do that. Maybe we can be faster by offering our core technology to third-party developers. That was the reason why Timo and his team built an amazing API in the last few months. So we have an own API where our own technology right now is based on, our own clients are based on. And maybe we find a team that is able to develop a Windows client based on our API and sell it through their own channels to customers who are interested in it. For that, we want to run an own accelerator program for people who have privacy-related business ideas and who want to develop something based on our API. Maybe Timo can talk a bit more technically about what the API is able to do, because at the end of the day, privacy doesn't stop with using a VPN. We are just the basis for hiding metadata. So hiding your conversations, hiding your emails, hiding your file sharing, protecting your photos online means adding additional layers of encryption, but still you need the protection of metadata, and you still need a network like CyberGhost as a basic layer of protection. So that's why we have an own API. That's why we want to run an own accelerator program. We want to attract startups, young teams of developers that have privacy-related ideas, doing something with our API. They get our full support with money, with a place to stay if they want to come to Bucharest, with our knowledge, with a lot of mentoring, and with a market that is already opened by us. CyberGhost has some great marketing opportunities. We have a pretty good name, so people can launch with us together very interesting and new products. Maybe Windows Phone Edition would be a project we are interested in to support.
Okay, that sounds really great. Somebody is asking us if we've noticed an increase in our service since the NSA scandal. What do you think, Robert? Did the NSA scandal change in the way that people perceive their anonymity?
Yes, I think the numbers nearly tripled since then. So we really got a push. It pushed our business. It really made a difference. First of all, but more interesting is that in our discussions, the point of view of people changed. Before Snowden, people always ask us why the hell somebody should be anonym online. Why, if you don't have anything to hide? After Snowden, it's pretty clear we all have something to hide. I mean, start to think about your search engine results. Nobody would like to share these in public because, give me your search engine results. I will always find something embarrassing there because it's simply part of your privacy. So after Snowden, everybody knows we all have something to hide and to protect, and this is our privacy, and our privacy is our basic human right. So we don't have to explain any longer our business model or the need of CyberGhost. We just have to talk about technical question, pricing, stuff like that. That changed after Snowden, and that's, I think, for the privacy and for the internet, a very good thing.
Aisha is asking us, how safe are us? So are we safe because we are running such a VPN service?
No. There's somebody with a gun next to me. I have to tell everything he wrote down there. Now, of course, we are safe. I mean, are the guys from Dropbox safe because people store confidential information in Dropbox? I hope so. I mean, Robert, did somebody went to your bed with a gun?
No, right now not. I mean, there is no 100% privacy, and there's no 100% security, never. But what we can really promise that we do our best to deliver really a great product. So Timo and his team is developing something that is really secure from the technical point of view, and the rest of the team here in Bucharest is building a company that has a company culture of offering privacy as a service. So we left a couple of years ago Germany because there was a data retention law, and we moved to Romania. I mean, that was a statement. I moved personally from Hamburg to Bucharest a couple of years ago because I really believe in this cause, and I'm here with this amazing team. We are building this amazing product because we believe in it. And we try to get also additional help from outside. So we are ISO 27001 certified, we are ISO 9001 certified, so we get external audit people who come into our company, have a look on our security manuals, having a look on our security processes. It's our daily task really to get better and better and better every day. And additionally, people out there, you pay us for what we do, so we don't have an additional income stream. We don't sell advertising. We have no interest in selling your data. We have no interest in raising data. That's why we don't store data, because you pay us for doing so. And this is what drives us, and it works. Our business model is proven. We are protected by laws in Romania and by the European Union laws. There was a decision of the European Union court a couple of weeks ago that data retention in the European Union is no longer allowed. So everything in our infrastructure, everything in our DNA is programmed in offering privacy as a service. The place we are, the people we choose for, the technology we choose for, the processes we work on. We can't promise you 100% security, but we can promise you with I can promise you with the deepest belief from my heart that we do our best to deliver you the best privacy as a service product worldwide. And I think we have it right now. We are pretty good.
Are we going to release any Linux client soon? Timo, what do you think?
Currently, I don't see a reason for a Linux client because it's already possible to use CyberGhost on Linux. We have a really good FAQ section describing how you can use the existing Linux OpenVPN client or L2HP client to connect to our service. So it's already there, just that we did not create a dedicated interface. But at the end, I think that Linux users are that advanced that they can easily set up the VPN connection on Linux. I would like to share my screen and show you how easy it is. So if you visit our support.cyberghostvpn.com website, Linux, and you see that's it. We pretty much describe what you need to do. We provide you with pre-configured OpenVPN configuration files, so there's no need for you to generate them manually. And then there are some more additional information, depending on your Linux distribution, of course, how you can set it up. Okay, some more questions.
Somebody is asking about emails. Can you explain us a bit how we can use emails with VPN?
Yeah, what I already said is that we are forced to block the email ports because some spammers started to send out spam through CyberGhost. If you want to continue using email sending, you have to, or secure email sending, you can of course use a web-based service. Most of the email providers also have a browser-based email center like GMX or Hotmail. So of course use your browser and send and receive mails while being connected with CyberGhost.
Are the users able to use Skype or other Windows services while having a VPN connection with CyberGhost?
Usually all applications installed on your PC should run with CyberGhost, but like with Skype, it might always happen that some services, for whatever reason, decide to block our IPs. Maybe whatever. We have this transparency report published, and what you can see is that the number of abuses which are made with our service is pretty low. It's less than 0.0003%. Just sum it up and compare to the number of monthly unique users, which is more than 400,000 users last month, and you see that it's really low compared. But still, we have some users which do not understand that the VPN is not made for DDoS attacks or something like that, and so it might happen that, for example, Skype blocks the IP address of the server you're currently connected to. In this case, just please let us know by, for example, leaving a message on our board, community.cyberghostvpn.com, or use a different server. Just select a different IP address, and then the problem with Skype, for example, should be solved. But we always do our best to get in contact with these services and tell them, hey, we are CyberGhost, please remove us from your blacklist, and sometimes it takes a while until they remove us from their internal blacklists.
Are we planning any auto IP switching on timed interval feature?
Yes, we were planning to do so, but that's yeah, technically speaking, there are some things which need to be considered. Of course, we don't want to interrupt your existing internet connection, so we want to route you through a new IP address without terminating the existing connection, and yeah, that needs some additional development. And also, we were thinking about if this really would bring you additional security, and how much additional security it would produce. So that's something we are currently evaluating. We don't want just to implement features because others do it. You know, we always, if we decide for a feature, we always all together sit there and think about, does this feature really make sense? Are we able to make it really great? Are we able to make it secure? And if we are not sure that all these things fit, we don't do it. We are not such a VPN provider which just creates a client which has features and features and features and features and features and this and this and this, but at the end it's not working, or at the end it's not secure because it keeps locks. So so we focus more on doing things right instead of implementing everything what is possible.
Okay, Timo. Thank you. I think, guys, it's time to wrap up and choose the best question you've heard. What do you think would deserve a lifetime subscription?
There have been a lot of questions. Very hard to choose one.
My personal favorite would be, of course, the mascot question.
Yeah, wins the originality prize. And we should do it.
Oh, Timo, what do you think?
I'm fine with this.
I would like to have a CyberGhost towel or something like that.
Bathrobe with CyberGhost.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Robert, if you want to say something at the end of the event.
Yeah, thanks all for attending. Thanks all for supporting us. Use our product, use the free, pay for the premium. If you can't afford to pay for the premium, be our friend and tell your neighbors, friends, and lovers about our amazing product. Spread the word. Keep us going. That's what you do right now, and we are very motivated to go on. And I think we have a great year. And yeah, thanks to everybody.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Timo, for taking your time to explain all the tech details. Right now, I'm going to post the link with the 10 free licenses. So again, first 10 people who buy from this link, I'm going to post in the event page, will get the package completely free. So jump on it. And thank you very much. And I hope we see each other at the next event. Bye.
Bye.